All right, guys. Good morning. What's up, guys? Good morning. Ricky, DS, Shell, Island Time, Mac, Nuno, Harry. Oh man, I'm up. All right. Uh, all right, guys. Spy at 41130s. Uh, Tesla at 163s. We have Coca-Cola earnings this morning. What's up, Dan? Bed Bath and Beyond. What's that thing doing today? Yep. I mean, I tried to tell people, like, what's the argument for Bed Bath and Beyond success? Like, it still doesn't stop people from getting super hyped about it. Like, I understand, but like, what's the real argument for this one's success? You know, like, what's the real argument here for like this one succeeding? It was a beach, Tony. Chapter 11. Yeah, there's not really much argument for it. That's the problem with it for me. Like, if I'm gonna buy something up for with like swing trading, I need it to be something that, like, if it for whatever reason does not go my way short term, that I can just hold it and let it work. And Bed Bath and Beyond is the opposite of that. I think the longer you hold it, regardless of what it does short term, the more risk there comes with it. So I'm just not touching that thing, man. I get it. I'm gonna lose some fans maybe or whatever it is if I don't lo- pump Bed Bath and Beyond with them, but like it's just not really something that I'm interested in doing. All right. Oh yeah. How about let's do a poll here. Um, is the market in green today? Yes or no? Does the market in green today? On that poll. We broke 3,000 Twitter followers. We appreciate it. All right, guys. Yeah, they filed for bankruptcy. Yeah. What's up, David? What's up, man? Bed Bath& Beyond 100, AMC to 1,000. Well, I'll take things that will never happen for 500, Alex, you know? I'm not trying to be a jerk either, just, you know. Oh, man. Alright, so let's get some music playing here. So yeah, look at Tesla dip under lows here, down to 160s. It will start to get to a point where I'll consider buying it up here. I'm not really, I'm pretty flat on almost everything right now, but it will get to a point where I'll probably consider buying it up. You want to let it correct a little bit from the price cut announcements and all that stuff, but I don't have any coupons for Bed Bath and Beyond. There we go. Yeah, John and all Bed Bath and Beyond. Let me know if you can hear the music. You should be able to hear it now. But yeah, Tesla dipping down here. We'll buy a little bit if we can at the open or whenever it is. How you guys doing this week? So this week is actually a really busy week. Like this morning's actually a little slow. Um, so like this morning's a little slow, but yeah. So so my says a short I took right after the earnings on the day after. I haven't followed it, but if you say it's around 160, it hasn't moved since I cashed in. What's up, Snow? You should be able to hear the music now. How about those Astros, bro? Astros been doing really good, man. Yeah, the crypto market's kind of sketchy lately, man, with pumps and all stuff. Yeah, so Bed Bath and Beyond files for bankruptcy. Um, Bed Bath and Beyond back up to 19 cents here. So maybe this is one to watch too. Yeah, so Apple Watch pre-earnings dump. Yeah, we're watching that too. Perfect music, good. What's up, Snow? Rangers. Yeah, Rangers have got Jacob DeGrom, man. It might be one of his last few years. I don't know how much longer DeGrom's going to be around, but he's solid, man. I like Jacob DeGrom. Also, my Twitter hit 3,000 followers. So y'all hit that follow button on Twitter. We appreciate it. Yeah, so Bed Bath and Beyond filing for bankruptcy here. I'm covering this news right now. Let's talk about it. So yeah, Bed Bath and Beyond files for bankruptcy. We got a lot of stuff going on this week, to be honest. Here, it's not really a slow week. It's actually one of the most busy weeks that we're going to get in a while. Let me explain why. Today we've got Coca-Cola earnings. They're scheduled to drop. Let me make sure I'm not missing them. Okay, so they're scheduled to come out in about 25 minutes for Coca-Cola. Expectations for them are 65 cent. Uh, expectations for Coca-Cola earnings are 65 cent EPS on 10.8 billion in sales. So we'll put these numbers up on screen so you can see them. But yeah. We're going to put these up on screen and their expectations. So 65-cent EPS on 10.8 bill in sales. All right, so this is Coca-Cola's what they're expecting here. New to your channel, what is your overall sentiment on the market? I'm pretty neutral, man. I go long and short. I take swing trades. I invest. I day trade. Which direction I'm going depends on what's going on in the market. I'm mostly what I do the best on really are long swing trades that I buy up after emotional dips that could be from maybe earnings reports, or like a lot of the time I'll wait for like a big extended dip in some type of blue chip stock. It's only blue chips. Mid caps and penny stocks are usually just kind of scam markets who trick naive traders into trading them. But um the trades I do the best on are mostly like buying up blue chips after big extended pullback short term when everybody else is screaming they're going to crash. And then I kind of buy the dip and ride the bounce back. And so that's generally what I do. That's what makes me the most money, really. What's up, Guts? Bro, how early do you start? I broke my collarbone. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's rough. Yeah, what's up, Bamba? I have a short on Bed Bath. I paid around 6,800 for that one. Is opposite of your example. It's over 10K right now. Oh, you're talking about snow? Yeah, it's a short though, snow. And I know it's anonymous, but I'm just gonna say snow. Oh, for sure. I mean, Bed Bath and Beyond could certainly go higher. I'm not shorting it. I'll put it that way. I'm not shorting it. Yeah, FRC earnings. We are gonna stream them this evening. So we are going to stream those this evening. Tesla breaking down here. Here's Coca-Cola sitting at 64s. We can put Bed Bath & Beyond here. Announced bankruptcy. Just to put it into perspective, though, there's different types of bankruptcy. There's Chapter 7. There's Chapter 11. It looks this is... let me see. I'm assuming it's Chapter 11. Yeah, so they just filed for Chapter 11, which is a reorganizational bankruptcy. And that, so to put it into perspective, there's two different types of bankruptcy filings. One of them is Chapter 11. This is just a reorganizational bankruptcy. It's basically saying, hey, we're not going out of business. We want to reorganize our structure, our business structure, to be more profitable and to lose less money, basically. And a lot of the time, stocks that have Chapter 11 filed do bounce back. You know, Hertz was a prime example of this. I bought up Hertz after they filed for bankruptcy and rode the bounce back. The problem is that Hertz is actually a winning business model. Hertz actually makes money. Okay, Bed Bath & Beyond, the problem with them is that I don't care how you twist it, they do not make money. They do not earn money. They are a failing business. If you look in their retail stores, nobody's ever there. Their margins have got to be losing, and ultimately, they're just not something that I trust, regardless of how extended on the downside they are from reorganizational bankruptcy. Now, again, I'm not saying I hate it. I mean, I hope it succeeds. It's not like I hope it fails, but I just don't know the argument that it does. Again, I've asked this question many times on this stream. I've said, hey, somebody give me an argument on how they succeed long term. Nobody's been able to tell me anything. Nobody's even responded to it. And it's not like I don't have anybody here. And so, yeah, give me an argument for how Bed Bath & Beyond succeeds, because I genuinely don't have one. Again, let me know. But yeah, it's a Chapter 11 reorganizational bankruptcy here. And again, we'll see what happens. So this week, we got a lot of stuff going on, honestly. No, not necessarily, John. It could bounce back. Again, I don't know the argument where it does, but... Hey, John, why would a broker like Robinhood decide to cancel one's account without reason? And can they do that? I don't know, man. I've never heard of that. Yeah, I really don't know. You could be breaking rules. You could do a lot of stuff. If you haven't used it in a while, maybe. All right, guys. So, yeah, what's the argument for Bed Bath and Beyond succeeding long term? We're still waiting for it here, guys. Hey, what's up, Lynn? No one shops there. It's Blockbuster. Yeah, for sure. Well, the problem is like the Amazon argument is the biggest argument for their struggling here. Like Amazon sells a lot of the products that Amazon sells a lot of the products that Amazon sells a lot of the products that Bed Bath and Beyond sells, and for much cheaper too. All right. Yeah, so Tesla's starting to bounce back a little bit. All right, so it says the average. Is the average income in the U.S. by age here? So it says for ages 16 to 19, they make about 31,000. Ages 20 to 24 they make about 36K. 25 to 35, they make about 52K on average. 35 to 44, they make about 62K on average. 45 to 54, they make about 64K. And then it actually drops down from 55 to 64 to 61K. 65 plus makes 51K. I'm not going to say how much. I make more than all of this, but interesting how it drops down after 64. All right, guys. Tesla 162.50s. Coca-Cola drops their numbers in about 10 minutes here. About 10 minutes. Yeah. It depends on where you live too. Like, yeah, retired 100%. Like a lot of people are taking part-time jobs and stuff like that. Another bad week. Bitcoin is going to dump again. Yeah, Bitcoin pulling back heavy over the last week or so. Bitcoin now at about 27K. But I mean, a lot of people thought it might pull back to 25K. Why not 150? What? Does the host think we'll finish in the green today on the S&P? I really have no idea. No idea what we're going to do today. It depends on what KO earnings show up as and a lot of other stuff, to be honest. I really don't know what the market's going to do today. Hey, happy birthday, bro. During Tesla conference call, Elon mentioned uncertainty in future Teslas, not giving estimates for 12 months. Yeah, I saw the Mario movie last weekend, Pawn. It was good, man. It was good. Yeah, y'all can hear the music, right? The E-mini opened up 40 minutes late yesterday. Yeah, that's weird. My guess is we will fill the gap from the Sunday open futures. Maybe. That's possible. Yeah, it depends on what the SPY does. I mean, the SPY is going to influence everything. SPY is currently, look at Tesla pop up. I was going to buy the dip because it was breaking down here, but now we're bouncing back some here. If we look at the SPY, SPY at 411.40s. Kevin Martin says my credit card was stolen and the thief bought 37 lottery tickets. What does this say about society? Like, go play poker or buy silver or something. The lottery, horrible EV position. I agree with them, man. Who's dumb enough to risk stealing a credit card to buy a bunch of lottery tickets, bro? It's got to be a degenerate gambler, in all honesty. Like, and if you're that addicted to buying lottery tickets, like, you need help, man. You need to step away, bro. You're stealing people's stuff to buy lottery tickets that you'll probably lose money on. Ridiculous. Like, even if you make big money on it, like, even if you win some $1,000,000+, bro, you're going to get caught, dude. Like, they're going to recognize that you did it with, they're going to need that card number. And when you don't have it, then you're going to get it taken away. Like, just the dumbest decision you could ever make. All right, guys. So yeah, look at Tesla bounce back here again. Not really ready to buy it yet. Again, we do have Sorry, dude. My ADD will kick in, especially early in the morning. I need to drink more coffee. We do have Coca-Cola earnings dropping. Bank of Hawaii just dropped their numbers here. We also have Credit Suisse actually this morning. Sometime before market open, they're supposed to drop theirs. I didn't even realize Credit Suisse drops earnings today. This will be very relevant for what's going on. But again, to put it into perspective, everything that we have going on today, which is a lot, to be honest. We have got Credit Suisse, First Republic, Coca-Cola earnings today. Specifically, First Republic earnings this evening. We're going to stream those, of course. Those are very relevant. We're going to stream those. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, they say something positive. It'll be really interesting to see like the gauge of what's going on with regards to banking in FRC this evening. They have their earnings report this evening. We will stream the entire thing. And then tomorrow, I think we have Microsoft and Google earnings tomorrow. So yeah, tomorrow morning we have UPS, Verizon, GM, McDonald's, GE, Halliburton, Spotify, Pepsi, Raytheon, 3M, JetBlue, Nexera, Biogen, and a bunch of other ones. To be honest, here we got a bunch of earnings. TransUnion, we've got just a lot of stuff. Honestly, we got a whole list of earnings tomorrow morning, and then in the evening tomorrow it's big earnings. We got Microsoft and Google in the evening, and of course we will be streaming. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to stream earnings basically every day this week. And then Wednesday we got Boeing, Hilton, GD, Hess, Humana. In the morning, and then in the evening we got Facebook, Meta, Roku, Teladoc, and more. eBay. And then Thursday morning, we have GDP data. So Thursday morning, we got gross domestic product data, which is very relevant for the economy, of course. And we're going to stream that like we always do. But also in that morning, we have Caterpillar, American Airlines, Crocs, MasterCard, Domino's, Valero, Eli Lilly, Southwest, Altria, Hertz, Honeywell, and a bunch more stuff, to be honest here. And then in the evening, we've got Amazon, Snapchat, Intel, Pinterest, Activision, T-Mobile, U.S. Steel, and a bunch of other ones, in all honesty. And then Friday, I think we're pretty flat, except for oil earnings in the morning on Friday. So on Friday morning, we have both oil earnings. So we've got Exxon, Chevron, Colgate, and a bunch of other earnings. But we also have PCE, which is what the Fed actually uses to gauge how bad inflation currently is. So PCE data Friday, very relevant data here. And at this point in time, we are just waiting for KO earnings to come out. KO earnings drop in about 4 minutes. 4 minutes for Coca-Cola earnings, and we will see what happens. But yeah. No, you can trade whenever. I would check with them, Lowell. I would check with them, man. But I'm pretty sure you could trade whenever. But I'm not 100% sure. Not true? What's not true? What's up, Patrick? You can buy lottery tickets with cash only. Honestly, I don't buy lottery tickets, dude. So I really have no idea, bro. I really don't know. So, yeah, grind. Not as much as people think, man. All right, guys. We got these earnings about to drop. Coca-Cola about to drop their earnings right now. Yeah, so I mean, if you want to participate in the Twitter poll, I asked how much do you make snapshot of the average income by age in the U.S. If you guys want to be a part of that Twitter post, there's the link right there. Give your boy a follow, participate in it, at least like it. You know, we appreciate it. Anything helps. We're growing our Twitter. We broke 3,000 Twitter followers yesterday, so shout out to you guys. We appreciate it. ATLX going parabolic. Yeah, Tesla started to bounce back. Coca-Cola drops their numbers in about a minute here, about 1 minute, guys. So we are getting ready to cover KO earnings. Again, expectations for these earnings are for, again, they're expecting, for Coca-Cola, they are expecting 65-cent EPS on 10.8 bill in sales. So again, we'll see what they show up as. Coca-Cola, you can see, is on the right side of the screen here. We are patiently waiting for these numbers to release. All right, there we go. So 72-cent EPS, 72-cent EPS. Adjusted EPS was 68 cents, better than the 65-cent estimate. So better than expected for KO here. Let's see how they react in terms of EPS. Sales showed up at 11 billion versus 10.8 billion expected. So better than expected adjusted EPS, and revenue here. Again, you can see KO rip up here. So again, you can kind of see there's a little bit of a lag in between there too. But I can't actually buy it on TOS before 8 or before 7. But yeah, there's Coca-Cola pop up a little bit. It's at 64.40s. Better than expected on both metrics here. We will put this data up on screen so you can see it, but better than expected here. There you go. And then retracing all the way back down. Let's see if this is guidance related. But better than expected EPS, better than expected sales. North American unit case volume, 0% growth. Organic revenue rose 12%. EMEA unit case volume down 3%. Asia Pacific unit case volume up 10%. Worldwide unit case up 3%. Bottling investments unit case volume down 1%. Well, busted up and then it fell back down. All right, guys. Let me put the Coca-Cola numbers up. All right, so we just made that post on Twitter. Give me a follow on Twitter. Coca-Cola down a little bit from these earnings reports here, and still down on the year. Let's see, they closed at 64 yesterday. They're at about 63.80s. So maybe you could argue for a pullback. I don't know. Yeah, expensive. Don't they pay a divvy? How much is their dividend? But yeah, that's Coca-Cola earnings. So this is version 2 of the AI headshots. These were definitely much better than the last ones, though. So like these were the better ones. These came in a lot definitely better than the previous ones for sure. The previous ones, they're still a little off. Like the teeth are a little weird. Like you can kind of see the teeth morph into the lips a little bit. But that's all right. But they're still a little off, but they're a little bit better than the previous ones for sure. These at least look like me. They just kind of got a funny looking teeth. That's all right, 2.872%. Okay. I mean, Coca-Cola in that regard is probably a pretty cheap stock to buy. If it pays out almost 3% a year just in dividend prices, if the stock moves up, then you're going to get a little bit more. So not bad diversification, I'm sure there. Um, you know. All right, but yeah, there goes Coca-Cola here, man. And I should have bought the emotional dip here. One of the things I always do is like I look for extended pullbacks and I buy them up. I still can't. Now I can finally buy up some stuff, but Tesla's a little bit too high up here for my taste. Look at Tesla rip. Credit Suisse still has a drop there, so we're gonna wait for Credit Suisse earnings this morning. That'll be interesting as well. Monsters, bro, they're too bad for you, bro. I mean, I'm not saying I know Coca-Cola is not like broccoli, but it's still kind of I don't know. I just had Carol's had bad experiences with energy drinks. They're just terrible for you. So Matt Berkey destroying Airball Nick in their heads-up match in poker. You love to see it, honestly. Tesla ripping back up though, man. Look at Tesla fly. Hey, brother, missed the beginning. Did you make any trades? No, not yet, bro. It's 6 a.m., dude. 7 a.m. market time. It's just a little bit too early, man. I'm going to get into some trades. Don't worry. But right now, I'm going to let KO settle down a little bit from their earnings report and figure something out. Still pretty early. We're just kind of covering market news right now. Were you up or down from last week? I was pretty sure I was green last week. I'll have to go back and check, but I'm pretty sure it was green. Futures, I'm pretty sure I was green. Yeah, futures definitely green. You kind of see so far. Futures balance this month is we're up about 9, a little bit over under 1,000. So yeah, and I think I made money last week. A few different swing trades from last week that I ended up selling, but yeah, I don't mind Tesla down here. It's gonna have to start with some small size though. All right. See, I don't mind buying a couple Tesla shares, but it's not going to be a big position yet. If we dip more, we'll add more to it. All right, there's 10 shares. We'll see what we get, but yeah, so far, small little trade. Hey, all good, Ton. Yeah, we'll take up a little bit. If it keeps dipping, we'll add some more. One good trade book is a great read. Like I said, I'm really trying to grow my Twitter account, man. We got over 3,000 Twitter followers now. I appreciate the love. What shows up on your Twitter accounts, guys? Is a question. What mostly shows up on mine is like economy, market stuff, and poker stuff. Like those are the three topics that probably overwhelm my Twitter account. Again, economy, like Fed rate hike decision stuff, the stock market, of course, and futures, and then poker content. Crypto content's pretty in there too, to be honest. So a lot of crypto content, a lot of poker content, to be honest, just a lot of stuff. So a lot of people think gold is going to crash. Do you guys think it will? I don't know, man. If you look at like gold futures right now, look at the SPY rip back up here. Here's gold. Gold at 1990s here, but honestly, gold's been pumping up. If you look at the last year, gold's doing much better. Fun fact here: gold has outperformed the S&P over the last 20 years, right? If you look at what the S&P has done, the S&P 500 has done about 2.5x over the last 20 years. So like if you put 100, into the S&P 500, you would have like about what, 3,500 right now, or 350 bucks. Where if you would have done the same thing with gold, you would gold has what, 4x, I think, right? Gold is 4x over the last 20 years. I think it's more than 4x. I'll have to go back and look at the chart, but gold has been one of the overperforming assets. Yeah, we're going to cover the meta earnings for sure. Hey, thank you, Ton. Hey, shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate it. You now get access to these coveted, some say majestic emojis. Beardless John. You got Rosie, the German Shepherd. You got Good Day, Sir. Don't Sue Me. Top 3. But no, I appreciate it. All right, guys. So yeah, Tesla. Yeah. So like, to put it in perspective, if you put $100 on gold over the last 20 years, that $100 would turn into about $550 in gold. Gold, man. I'm about to put some money in gold myself. I don't even care what it does, dude. Honestly, I'm gonna put a little bit. I'm gonna diversify a little bit. We'll see. But gold, man. Yeah, Microsoft, Google earnings tomorrow. Yeah, Microsoft earnings today. There's gold on the left here. Another earnings report we have is Credit Suisse. Credit Suisse drops their earnings today. I don't know when, but Credit Suisse does drop their earnings today. I don't know when. All right, so we're up a little bit in Tesla here. We'll give it some time. I'm gonna let it ride. All right, guys. So Bruce is growing, man. Let me catch back up. Credit Suisse dropped earnings already. Did they really? I didn't see it. Let me find it. Did I exit out of this? I must have. Okay, there we go. All right, let's look at Credit Suisse. Nah, Credit Suisse ain't out with their earnings yet. Credit Suisse drops there sometimes this morning. Oh, wait, maybe they did. I don't see it, though. It doesn't look like they did. I see they dropped the first quarter outflows of CHF, $61.2 billion. 40% year-over-year adjusted net revenue decline in the first quarter. I'll show you guys. Right now, I'm up small. I'm up like $7 in the trade. So but it's a small trade, and this will be a swing trade if we need it to be. Okay, got you, Mac. Yeah, I don't see the actual numbers here, but Credit Suisse gapping up some. Maybe they're good. Tesla bouncing back up a little bit. Coca-Cola EPS beat, sales beat. And then if we look at the SPY itself here, SPY is starting to head back up pretty flat in pre-market right now. We're at about 411.80s, 411.80s. Okay, lost 10 cents a share on earnings, 1.16 billion in revenue. Yeah, gold will rocket and so will silver. Hopefully, we'll see. Hopefully so. All right, so Coca-Cola already dropped their earnings report. Anything else there? I don't think we have anything else dropping today. I think today is pretty slow. Nothing scheduled today. Tomorrow we got the Case-Shiller Home Price Index, FHFA. home price sales. Man, the problem right now in real estate, and I'm going to preface this with I am not a real estate professional, but I actually am a real estate professional. I'll have to give you guys my I'll have to give you guys my broker data. Let me look up the But yeah, I'm not really advertising myself on social media, so not right now at least. But yeah, basically right now we're in a really weird real estate market. We're in a market right now that specifically is expensive to get mortgages. Like when I first started real estate in 2015, when I first became a real estate agent in like 2015, 2016 actually, FHA loans were coming in at 3.5% interest. Right. So like anybody that qualified for an FHA loan could get it at 3.5%. Right. Now we're basically 2x that. We've basically gone up 100% in terms of how much interest rates are over the last 8 or 9 years. Ridiculously high. Like freaking right now we're at 6.5%, 6% roughly right now. I think we're coming in at 6% for the last one. Obscenely high. So what this means is that it's expensive to get a mortgage right now. And so essentially what's going down is like there's less refinancing. Less people are wanting to get a mortgage. A lot of people are renting until prices go down enough to where people can, actually get a cheap interest rate. And it's another weird nuance of it is that like renters aren't really making enough to justify it either. Like a lot of the time, people would buy rental properties and then slap what would happen is like people would buy a rental property and then throw a tenant in there, and then the tenant is essentially going to pay for the mortgage. Not right now, with mortgages being so expensive, with the interest rates being close to 6 or 7%. There's not a lot, like that's not going to be profitable. Like it's not like generally that would happen and you could essentially have the tenant pay the mortgage. At this point in time, they might not make enough to actually pay the mortgage. They might not actually make enough. Like one of the big selling points of real estate over the last 10 or 15 years, and really in all time, really, is that, hey, you could probably get a mortgage, own the house, and pay less than you would in rent, right? Big selling point with regards to real estate. Right now, that's not really what we're seeing anymore. Like you can't really buy a house, slap a tenant in there, and then pay your mortgage every month with the tenant anymore. It's just not like that anymore. Interest rates are way too high at this point in time. And let me know, do you guys think interest rates will go down? That's an interesting dynamic of the real estate market. Do you guys think interest prices are going to go down? I don't know. I know I've got some mortgage friends. They don't think they are. They don't think rates are going to go down. So interesting time right now. Yeah, FRC drops earnings today. We are going to stream that too. FRC gapping up. Look at FRC run here right now. So FRC making moves all the way up to 1445s at this point in time. 1445s. Owning a home's not foolish at all. Bitcoin. And I'll explain why. Okay, generally, it depends on your situation. Like everybody's going to have different edges in terms of this. But like one of the big things you want to understand is that investing is a game of playing catch up with inflation. Okay. So when you invest in things, a lot of the reason for you investing in those things is so that whatever your investment is keeps up with inflation long term. So that, people, and that includes getting a mortgage. Generally, getting a mortgage will help you keep up with inflation long term, right? And so that's generally true with regards to a mortgage, right? Getting a mortgage, and the way that works is like, okay, you get a mortgage. over the next 10 or 15 years, you might be paying X amount of dollars for that mortgage. Over the next couple decades, whatever you're paying in that mortgage is going to be less significant, right? So it's like you might think, wow, $1,000 a month is so much money right now. When 10 or 15 years, it's not going to be as expensive to you. $1,000 is going to be less influential over your overall budget, if that makes sense, right? And so in that regard, it's thus keeping up with inflation. Same reason buying a home is the same thing. Like buying a house is just another way to keep up with inflation long term. Same reason you invest in gold or you invest in silver. The sole reason is to keep up with inflation. So it's to profit enough on those appreciation, moves where you're going to keep up with inflation long term. It's one of the big reasons I'm not a big cash person. I don't think sitting on cash. Look at FRC rip up here, guys. Look at FRC up to 1450s right now. They dropped their earnings this evening, right? Look at FRC pump. Where was I? ADD kicked in. What's up, Chris? Hey, good morning, brother. Yeah, so I don't think this is earnings. I think this is just gapping up in anticipation of earnings. Probably maybe because Credit Suisse did okay. But yeah, the whole point is to keep up with inflation. You buy a house, regardless of appreciation, depreciation, it's generally going to appreciate at least enough, unless you get really unlucky, to keep up with inflation long term, right? That is the point. Is that like if it's a rental property, rent's going to keep up with inflation as it does, so that's why you invest in properties. That's why it's better to own, even if you plan on moving, that is going to keep up with inflation long term. Generally, not always, of course, you don't know for sure, but generally it's going to keep up with inflation. And that's the point of putting money into anything. That's the point of the S&P 500 is to keep up with inflation. The S&P will on average give you 6 to 12% a year. And so with that, it's going to keep up with inflation. That's the point. Look at FRC rip here, guys. FRC at 1460s right now, 1460s. Tesla consolidating here, but man, huge run for FRC. Let's take a look at, see if we can figure out why this is going on. All right, so yeah, FRC popping up a little bit. But I guess the whole point of this, not lecture per se, but like the whole point of this is to show you guys that like what investing is generally meant for, which is to keep up with inflation. That's generally what they're supposed to do, is to keep up with inflation here. So. All right, so getting a little pullback on FRC here. Again, big move up. I don't see any reason for it, but that's okay. It's a trick to keep the currency valuable, because who can sell their 2.5 million house to a new buyer? Yeah, but honestly, that's such a silly argument, man. Like isolating like one kind of like very specific problem in real estate, like if you own a $2.5 million house and you can't sell it, you know, uh, and then acting like that's a universal problem is not accurate necessarily here. Like again, the real estate on average appreciates over time. Like the market we have now is not a it's not like it's an outlier market. It's not something that's generally always here. Like most of the time, you're going to be able to sell, and you can look at anybody that invested in real estate over the last 10 years. Really, have made so much money over the last 5 that that stuff doesn't matter. And again, the whole point is to keep up with inflation. Generally, the best time is to buy when nobody else is buying. If you have the cash to do it right now, that would be ideal. To be honest. Tesla home sales. What do you mean? Yeah. Yeah, prices have doubled in the last 20 years. Right. And so that's kind of the point. Um and there again, I don't think putting your money only in one specific thing or one specific stock or one specific niche like real estate is necessarily good. I think one of the biggest protectors of anything is diversification. Um Diversification is key with all this stuff. So you got to just diversify into everything. But you know, real estate's always been a pretty decent one. All right, so Tesla popping back up a little bit here. Part of me wants to add a little bit more, but again, we're gonna wait. Yeah, buying a brand new car is the worst decision you could make in terms of investing, right? Unless you've got kind of fu money, buying a brand new car is one of the single worst decisions you could ever make. But young people are dumb, and young people just want to flex and look cool. But like that's the worst decision you'll ever make is buying a brand new car. You drive that thing off the lot, you're losing 20K. Immediately. That thing's depreciating 20, 30,000 as soon as you drive that car off the lot. Just one of the worst investments you can ever make, in all honesty. But again, people don't understand. They take some obscure car that might appreciate over time. That's like some super rare, obscure car. And they say, see, because this, 1994 Toyota Supra appreciated, that somehow your Honda Civic is going to appreciate. And it's just not, drive brand new car, worst decision you could ever make, honestly. Because again, you're spending tons of money locking yourself in debt for 5, 6, 7 years to buy a depreciating asset that will essentially be worthless by the end of that period of time. Uh, you buy a used car, you pay cash. That's it. Hey, thank you, TF. I appreciate it. Yeah. All right, Tesla started to move. Coca-Cola still up there here. Y'all do me a favor, hit the like button. Yeah, maybe Jesse. But again, people always talk about the Turo thing, bro. Your car's getting ragged out doing that, man. Like people's cars are getting beat up doing that, bro. Here's a little thought experiment. Who is gonna take care of a rental car, bro? I get a rental, especially a Tesla rental. I'm flooring it everywhere I go. You know, those cars are gonna get beat up renting them out. So like that's a very risky endeavor. Like, sure, you might be able to make some of your money, but like number one, acting like the car is just going to stay rented out all the time and that you're just going to make so much money from it a month. Like it's of course it's not really like that. Most of the time people are going to struggle to find people to rent the car to. When people do rent the car, they're going to get beat up with regards to just car rentals in general, and overall it's just going to be a very risky investment if you're buying a Tesla for business rentals. Again, in that situation, you just want to buy a house, slap some tenants in there, and do that. You don't want to buy a car and then start renting the car out and then all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, okay, so of course, the last 3 years specifically is a little bit of an outlier market where you might be able to sell cars that you buy for more now. But buying a car now is not the point is buying a new car right now, and especially over the last year, is a terrible decision because again, that car is going to almost certainly depreciate, in my opinion, uh, in terms of base new car value. Those cars are going to lose value because there's such a huge bubble in cars and automotive sales over the last year or two. Um, and so, sure, you bought a car and right before that bubble, of course, you might be able to sell it higher, but that's not going to last, and that's a very outlier market. That's not a regular thing. Like, yeah, people then might be able to sell it now, but that's certainly not um, standard. I guess is the easiest way to put it. Uh, Tesla started to move back up. Yeah. Oh, for sure, Pawn. That's the crazy thing. That's why. Uh, Least 2 years used Audi, 40% less from new price a year ago with 2.6% interest. Never buying 0 miles. One never. Yeah, 100%. That's why you don't do it. Um, yeah, for sure, Benjamin. Yeah, if you bought a car during the bubble, you're losing tons of money right now. And sure, you're gonna have a very specific set of buyers who bought their cars before the bubble, decided to sell during the bubble and made money, in terms of appreciation. But that is so rare, and it's certainly not standard. All right, guys. FRC started to move up. Tesla started to move up. Coca-Cola right under 65s now. Right under 65. We'll see if it actually holds. Yeah, best to buy slightly used, 100%. You want a decent car in good shape, buy it slightly used. Don't finance a new car. Just not worth it. Um, all right, guys. Tesla's still moving up. Part of me wants to add a little bit more to it. I think I'm just gonna wait though. I don't know about FRC news. I think they have. I know they have earnings today. So I know FRC has earnings today, but I don't actually see any news here with them. All right, so FRC, yeah, I don't see the actual news. Let me know if you guys have any. I don't see any. Hey, nice, Donald. Congrats, man. Yeah, FRC earnings. Yeah, we're gonna stream it live after the closing bell today. So yeah, we'll stream it live. Buy new, pay cash. Yeah, that's the only way to buy new is if you're paying cash for it. So lawyers representing Terra co-founder Do Kwon have filed a motion in court to dismiss the lawsuit against their client. Yeah, we'll be doing FRC earnings. What's up, Chris? You trading pre-market right now? A little bit. We bought up a couple things. Kind of flat right now, though. Haven't really done too much. Yeah, CLF. Yeah, I saw the. They don't have earnings. Credit Suisse is already out with those. We also have Garrett Motion, Royal Phillips, Bank of Hawaii. Royal Phillips came in at BDPS beat sales. Still in Tesla watching it. FRC pulling back slowly now. Yeah, BBBY filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy. So BBBY, which is a reorganizational bankruptcy filing. So there's two different types of main types of there's two main different types of bankruptcy filings. One is Chapter 7, which basically means they're closing doors, liquidating assets. And then there's Chapter 11, which is a reorganizational bankruptcy. So they vary, but yeah, that's kind of what goes on. Chapter 7, Chapter 11. 7 is, again, liquidating and selling everything. Chapter 11 is reorganizational. Chapter 7 is liquidation. All right, guys. So again, Tesla popped back up a little bit here. We're waiting to see what it does. We got FRC earnings this evening. Credit Suisse dropped their earnings this morning as well. Bed Bath & Beyond filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, which is again a reorganizational bankruptcy. All right, guys. Gapping up on Tesla, Coca-Cola at around $65, a little bit underneath that. Or gapping down on Tesla, but we bought the dip. Um, let's see how you do this. All right, guys. So Tesla consolidating. I'm looking at other news for the day. I don't see anything major here. We got Microsoft is investigating an issue where users may be unable to use the search functionality in multiple of their 365 services. No, none that I know of, Ernie. How would earnings result probably influence gold? Whew, man, I think gold is one of those ones where it moves a little bit. It varies. The variance in movement is there. Like sometimes gold follows the market. Sometimes people see it as like a hedge against inflation. So it kind of does the opposite of the market. And so you really don't know in that regard. All right, Tesla's still moving up a little bit. Part of me was thinking about adding some of it, but yeah, Tesla up to almost 164s. All right, so consolidating mostly sideways. And again, what do you guys think we're going to get from FRC earnings here? FRC, to put it into perspective, is expecting 72-cent EPS on 1.15 billion in sales, and we will cover essentially all of all of the earnings report that comes out today. You know. All right, guys. So yeah, FRC at 1440 is hit or miss for FRC. Hope they raise debt. John, please discuss what you consider to be a satisfactory day of trading in regards to percentage of gain. I would say anywhere between like 25 of 0.25% to 0.5% on a good day is probably what you should be shooting for. Anything over that, you can have good days where you make 1%, but that shouldn't be something that you're pushing for every day. Again, that's the easiest way to just lose your account. Potentially go to 28. Yeah, it's at 1440s right now. There might be an argument for a dip buy. Again, Coca-Cola up now. If we put the SPY up or something like that, you can see Tesla in the middle. If we put the SPY up or something like that, SPY all the way up to 411s, 412s here. Just a big day in market activity. Netlist suing Samsung and Google already won on MU. Yeah, MU gapping down a little bit now. Thursday, I was a new car that ran 825% intraday. 500% is a good conservative daily target. You got to be trolling, of course. Lyft calls. Yeah, Lyft is in an interesting position here. I think their CEO cut about 70% of their workforce, and I think that's probably a good move here. Like, I think a lot of the times these tech stocks, they just hire and hire and hire and hire. But I think you need to focus on, if you're public, you need to focus on your margins. And I think having too many people work there is a problem. And I think the new CEO is going to be weeding out some of those people, which I think is a good move, in all honesty. Yeah, 0.25% might even be too much, but I guess the point, Mike, is if you make that like every day, if you make that every day, sure, it's going to be 60% a year, but you're not going to make that every day. Like, you're going to have losing days in between then. And so, like, sure, if you make it every single day, sure, but like, you're going to have losing days in between then. So it's not going to be like an everyday constant thing, in all honesty. All right, so FRC pulling back a little bit. SPY now pretty close to the previous closing price. I don't know if it's actually green yet. Yeah, so it's right around the previous closing price. That's something that's relevant to watch and pay attention to. There are different trading strategies for every type of personality, sure. But if we're talking about like consistent daily income, like, again, the only people that, like, I saw a post yesterday and the post was like, oh, anybody that criticizes paid courses is just envious. And it's like, bro, like, if y'all think I'm envious of anybody out here on Twitter, y'all are wrong. Like, I got a freaking library in my office here. All right. I'm not even trying to brag. I'm just kind of saying, I'm not criticizing paid content because I'm envious. I'm criticizing paid content because it scams people, and one of the ways that it scams people is that it simply tells new traders unreasonable expectations with regards to trading, right? And one of those unreasonable expectations is that somehow you can make 5% a day, 4% a day, 10% a day regularly. And that is just not going to happen. Like, sure, you could try to do that. And like some might actually be able to accomplish it over a small period of time. But and you better believe the people that accomplish it over a small period of time are taking pictures of it, blasting it on Twitter, and then using it to sell new naive traders courses and content. But trying to make that money regularly is never going to happen. Eventually, you're going to lose your account doing so. Because it's kind of like the martingale roulette strategy. This is the best way to put it, right? It's kind of like the martingale roulette strategy. If you don't know what the martingale roulette strategy is, the martingale roulette strategy basically says double your bets each time, right? So you bet $2, you lose. You bet $4, you lose. You bet $8, you lose. You bet $16, you lose, so forth and so on, right? And so in roulette strategy, in roulette, you'd have to lose about 6 to 7 times in a row in order to not make money on that hand, right? But the problem is that most of the time you will make money doing that. So most of the time you bet $2, you lose. You bet $4, you win. Boom, you make money. You bet $2, you lose. You bet $4, you lose. You bet $8, you win. Boom, you make money. And for the common person, they might not think it's standard to lose 6 times in a row. Like, that's not going to happen very often, of course. And that's true. Most of the time it's not going to happen. And most of the time they're going to be able to do so and get away with it. But what it doesn't mean is that that's some viable strategy, because what ultimately happens is, like, they lose, they make money, and then whenever they get unlucky and they hit that 6 time in a row limit, they lose everything they put into that. They lose everything, plus more, which is what makes it not feasible. And the same thing goes in trading. Like, you can shoot for these huge percentages every day in your account. Like, that's fine. And I'm not saying some people can't do it, but it certainly shouldn't be a long-term plan to do that. Because again, the only people really acting like you can are generally people who are selling you courses. And I'm sure there's some people that might be able to do so okay, but it needs to be something where you can shoot for the fences. You need to understand that you'll probably lose money, number one, with whatever you try to do it on. So, like, you can do it, but you better be okay with losing what you're putting in there plus more. So, like, you can do it as long as you understand the risk, as well as, like, if you want to do it and then make a bunch of money and then scale down after that, that's fine. As long as you understand the risks in doing that, and that's the important thing to understand. Too many people act like it's a get rich quick scheme, and then they get so wrapped up in believing it's possible. They get so wrapped up in, like, their desire to be successful and have financial freedom and all the other cliched sayings that get thrown around in the market, that they ignore the signs that they're getting taken advantage of, and it's really hard to accept in their head, like, hey, I might be getting kind of scammed a little bit, like, very difficult to accept. And so I guess I'm always trying to be honest with people in that regard. I think there's a lot of people who put out good paid content. I'm not criticizing everybody that puts out paid content. What I'm criticizing is people who act like you can just get rich quick in the financial markets if you buy their course, right? That should be frowned upon. That should be criticized. And it doesn't mean I'm envious either. It doesn't mean any of that stuff. What it means is that I've seen enough new traders get scammed. I've seen them waste years of their life learning something that probably is not going to get them anywhere. And instead of looking at it objectively, they just get frustrated and just kind of keep on patting themselves on the back saying one day. And, like, my job is to be real. Oh, I'm out of coffee already. Yeah, for sure. 100%. Variants will get them no matter what. I try to make 3 or 4% a month. 3 or 4% a month solid, about 48% a year. That's great. You do that, that's elite of elite. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about it probably every day, Benjamin. If you don't like it, go watch somebody else, brother. My job is to protect traders. The only people that really get mad about hearing it are the exact people I'm talking about, like the exact same people who I'm talking about in this, that get caught up in get rich quick, are the same people that get mad about it, because it hurts to hear. I think sometimes it's not fun to hear. Truth hurts sometimes. Yeah. But again, with that said, I'm not saying I think there's some good paid content out there too. Like, listen, if it's somebody that actually knows what they're talking about, not some I saw a 15-year-old try to sell a course acting like he's some type of market guru. It's like, bro, sit down, do your homework, get out of YouTube. Okay. You are not some stock market expert. You are trying to scam people, man. Get out of here, sir. Uh but like with that said, there's some good traders out there selling paid content. I think more so than a course is like a community. There's some good communities out there that teach people how to trade. I just think like the bad ones kind of ruin it for the good ones, if that makes sense, you know. Um, but it varies, you know what I mean. You think 2% a day is possible? I mean, it's possible, but for how long? Yeah, 1 to 2% is great a month. Honestly, 1 to 2% is 12 to 24% a year. That's elite, honestly. And again, there's a lot of misconceptions. That is elite of the elite, you know. Again, if you can make 30, 40% regularly and if you have the receipts to back it up, like over like a 5+ year period, show that to Goldman Sachs. They might hire you, you know, like that's elite of the elite. You know, sometimes it's beneficial to just remove all the noise and saying, oh, I turned $1,000 into 700,000 in 6 months. Do what I do, right? They're just trying to sell you stuff. They're trying to either grow a following or they're trying to sell you stuff. I'm not saying you can't do it, but it's just highly unlikely. Uh, Yeah, I mean, it's too hard for me to vet whoever you're flashing up on the screen, man. I'm just not gonna, I don't mention them. You're just gonna get, put in timeout. There's just too hard for me to vet, especially if it's a competitor to mine. Like, we don't want you calling them out here. What about algorithmic trading with AI analysis to help predict trade trends? Sure, that can be valuable, but you got to do it with reasonable expectations. So with a normal account, 300 to 500 daily. That's not what I said. 0.25%. So what I said is you got 25K. I said 0.25%. So looking to make 60, 70 bucks a day is probably reasonable. People underestimate how much you really need to make big money in the market. You want to make $1,000 a day, you're going to need 1 million. Even that's kind of pushing it, you know. People keep dreaming about that 4 to 5% a day consistently. Yeah, for sure. It's just a hard sell to tell them the truth. That's why it is like it is, you know. Yeah, options are a little bit different with regards to like percentage gains, though. I don't know about the options game. I know it's kind of one of those things, though, that you have the probability or you have the chance to make big money doing it, but it's like the risk is very high too. Yeah, but Bob, that doesn't actually mean anything, man. Like sure, like you could isolate a big percentage move in the market and say that that's easy to make per day, but you got to understand there's also the other side of that. Like one of the biggest arguments that never really makes sense to me when I hear it is like me saying, "Hey, it's not reasonable to expect X amount like per year regularly to make X amount a day regularly." Right? And then for whatever reason people end up pulling up some one very rare outlier situation where they make big money on one specific day. Like here's an example. I'll be like, "Yeah, you can't make $5,000 a day with a $20,000 account." Regularly. And then somebody's argument and response is, bro, I made 10K last week with a 20K account. And it's like, sure, you might have done that one time, but doing that over and over again, you're going to lose your account within a month trying to do that over and over again. Same situation here. Like, I'm not saying you don't have the volatility to do that. I'm saying if you want to keep your account alive, you got to have reasonable expectations for it. You can't be shooting for the stars every day in your account. Eventually, you're just going to lose it. Uh, and I think that's a very obvious thing. Like, sure, there's outliers. Like, you could do that. Anybody can gamble big and risk big money, and then they have the chance of winning versus losing. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean it's easy to do regularly. And again, the smaller you account you try to make large gains with, the bigger likelihood that you're just going to lose that account eventually. It'll be something where, like, you got a $25,000 account and you say you got to make $1,000 a day in that $25,000 account. It'll do something where you just push it to the limit. You gamble big, you make 1,000. You gamble big, you make 1,000. You gamble big, you make 2,000. You're saying, oh man, this is easy. Then the next trade, you lose everything. You lose your whole 25K trading like that. And so you'll think it's easy until you lose your whole account. And so again, martingale roulette strategy is the easiest correlation or the easiest analogy I can use for that. If you understand what the martingale roulette strategy is, it's basically doubling your bet size every time until you make money. And so you'd have to lose 6 or 7 times in a row, and you'll make money leading up to that. Like you'll be like, man, I'm making money doing this martingale roulette strategy, until you don't, until you get unlucky and you do lose that many times in a row, and then everything's poof gone. All your profit plus more if you have it. I see a beach. Agree, it happened to me. Yeah, it happens to a lot of people. And again, I'm not trying to hate. I'm just trying to be like I said, man. You're like I said, you'll like people are gonna say, oh, John's jealous or envious of big traders. Like, listen, I'm living my dream, man. Like I make hundreds of thousands of dollars doing what I'm doing, talking about the stock market for free. I don't sell a course. I don't have to sell anything. We put out everything for free. We don't charge for any of our content. And we don't tell people we're even good traders. We don't even claim to be experts. A very fulfilling life doing what I'm doing. But in order to justify this, I have to be honest with people. Like, part of it is like I want to be real with people. So we're as real as we can be about it. And again, I think that's rare. I think most people are not, unfortunately. Yeah, all good life. No worries, man. The 6 a.m. volatility give you any insight into the direction? What's 7 a.m. now? There is 8 a.m. market time. Market's pretty flat right now. SPY's choppy. Tesla's choppy. FRC is gapping up a little bit, but then kind of pulled back some, and it's just kind of sitting in the middle now. Might be a big volatile day for this. Again, we don't know what's going to happen, but we'll see. All right, so we bought a little bit of Tesla. Part of me wants to add a little bit more to this. I'll buy a little bit more of Tesla, but not much. Um, all right, so we just bought a little bit more of Tesla, not much. Again, just kind of adding to our already winning position here. We'll see if we can make a little bit more buying into it. And again, if you haven't already, hit that sub button, guys. Hit the notification bell. We are a completely free market resource. I don't even claim to be a good trader. We don't even claim to be good. We just kind of put everything out there for free. Um, S&P and NASDAQ, we're closing up. What's up, Jessica? Sorry, in Colorado. I'm at 8 a.m. Yeah, all good, James. Man, most of the YouTube influencers have been bearish for like 4 months, and they've been wrong. Again, here's the SPY. Again, most of the big influencers are doing so to get clicks, right? And so they've been saying it's been bearish all the way back here. They've been like, "Oh, it's bearish." Market's kind of gone straight up. No, never seen a CT. Any economic numbers coming out today? No, it's pretty flat all day today. We had some some foreign economy stuff coming out today. We had like German business expectations. What country is this? I don't know. Singapore CPI came in lower than expected. But yeah, today's pretty flat and quiet. Tomorrow we've got CB consumer confidence, new home sales, and building permits dropping. Wednesday, we got durable good orders, retail inventories, crude oil inventories. Thursday, we've got GDP data, PCE, or GDP data, jobless claims numbers. Friday, we have PCE data. So we got a lot of stuff coming out. All right, FRC consolidating now. SPY still trying to pump up a little bit. Well, Barney was like a thing kids made fun of. I mean, that was pretty standard. He's a big purple dinosaur telling everybody he loves them, So, I mean, Barney's going to get made fun of by kids. I made fun of Barney when I was a kid. Because it was so cheesy. The cheesiness is what people made fun of, I don't think anybody actually hated Barney. They just kind of joked about it. It's kind of like Mr. Rogers. Yeah, Microsoft earnings tomorrow, Google earnings tomorrow as well. Wednesday, we've got Amazon earnings, Snapchat earnings. Or no, Wednesday, we have Facebook and Snapchat, I believe. Maybe just Facebook. Thursday, we have Amazon. Let me see. Yeah, so Thursday, we have Amazon, Snapchat, Intel. Wednesday, we have Meta, Roku, Teladoc. Tomorrow, we have Microsoft and Google. So big earnings reports, a lot of stuff coming out. So big week for earnings. And then next week, I think is, let me see. Next week, SoFi in the morning, nothing else in the evening. So slows down next week a little bit. Oh, wait. Tuesday, we've got Pfizer, AMD, Uber, Ford. Wednesday, Etsy, QCOM. Thursday, Peloton, Apple. Thursday, Apple, Coinbase, SQ. All right, good. Friday, AMC in the morning. So AMC earnings are actually going to be in the morning time, which is very rare relative to what they usually are. But we'll stream it. I mean, of course. Monday, following week, Palantir. Tuesday, we got Fisker and KLA earnings. Rivian earnings. Wednesday, Roblox, Wendy's, Disney, Hood. Thursday, Fiverr, Yeti. Yeah, that's basically it. So this is the biggest week for earnings that we have for sure. A lot of stuff coming out. Ford. Ford is, let me see when Ford drops their numbers. May 2nd for Ford. So Ford is next Tuesday, not tomorrow. So tomorrow is Google, Microsoft. This evening, we got FRC earnings. I'll be right back. We're going to do a poll number here. So we're going to do a poll. I'll be right back, guys. The question I'm going to ask is, does FRC close green from today's earnings report? Vote on that poll. Let me know what you guys think. Does FRC close green today? Do they close green? Let me know. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. And yeah, I don't know. Let me know what do you guys think about FRC here? I know a lot of stuff has happened with First Republic over the last couple months, with the banking crisis and all that stuff that went on. The "I Love You, You Love Me" song. Who's Smoochie? All right. Space Ghost, Mr. Rogers. Yeah. Power Rangers were kind of my show, honestly. Yeah. FRC will tank today. I don't know. We'll see. It's up to 1450s. I think there's a lot of people kind of buying it up ahead of time. And again, I don't know what we're gonna get here, but a lot of people are messing with this today. We'll see if it actually holds or what goes through here. Also, guys, y'all check out Top Step if you want to day trade. Get exposure to day trading stocks. One of the easiest ways to do it without the PDT rule. Like most new traders can't day trade actively because the PDT restricts them. And the PDT rule is one of the most ridiculous rules in all of trading. It basically says if you want to actively day trade with a margin account in stocks, you need at least $25,000 in that account, which is just a ridiculous rule. It ends up forcing traders to trade way too large relative to where they really should be trading, which is a small account. But one of the workarounds is the futures market. A large majority of pro traders trade futures in day trading because futures has more liquidity than stocks. You can essentially day trade index funds like the S&P 500, thus day trading essentially the market without having 25 grand. And again, there's no PDT rule in the futures market. So a lot of traders gravitate towards it. You could trade oil, gas, gold, silver. You can trade commodities. You could trade, currency pairs. You can trade futures and the index funds in the S&P 500. And again, there's no PDT rule. Top Step is the most legit futures funded program in the world. They put out a demo. They give you a demo. The base one's a 50K demo. And again, the base one's like 130 something if you use my link right now. So it's very cheap. They give you a demo and they test your skill. They give you profit targets to hit. They give you a max loss to hit and a couple other things. And if you could pass that profitability test, they fund you the same amount. They fund you 50 grand with a 90% split, and they pay out millions of dollars every year. Again, in my opinion, they're the most legit one in the world. They fund thousands of traders a year. And again, I'm always honest and transparent. I think most people are going to lose these funded account programs because most traders lose. Most day traders lose money, but it's so much cheaper to lose this account. You get the best of both worlds. It's so much cheaper to lose it. If you lose it, you're only down 130 something. If you use my link, you can reset for 100. But if you pass it, you still keep 90% of your profit. There's a 90% split once you're funded. It's a really, really useful. Again, if you want to check them out, here is the link. Great way to help support the channel. They are a sponsor of mine, though, so I'm certainly biased in their favor. But yeah, they are a sponsor of mine, biased in their favor. Let me delete this. Actually, I think I posted the wrong one. But yeah, check them out. You can find the link in the description as well. Let me get you an updated link here, guys. There we go. All right, so there you go. Here's the new link. Again, if you want to get 20% off, great way to do it. Check it out. Yeah, I don't know who this was. Oh, it's a Robin Williams movie? Is that Robin Williams? All right, guys, Tesla, break it down again. I could add a little bit more to this. I think I'm just going to wait, though, but I could add some more to it. All right, guys. So yeah, FRC Tesla's been in a pretty flat range here. I wonder how long it's going to continue in this range. I think you're smart until you have to spell cautious. You know what I mean? All right. So again, Tesla back over that one line. You can see this one support level is kind of like a level here. We could probably activate this and maybe move this down and look at the range. Get the top of the range there. Let's look at that support level. It's been bouncing back and forth a couple different times. Hundred moving average on the weekly still to be tested. Yeah, my favorite is the 200 EMA. It's what I trade the most. What's up, April? Oil trade dried up. Yeah, maybe. Slow jam. Hey, you know. Yeah, honestly, I'm excited about the market today, man. Should be a pretty active day, I think. Um, again, today, like we don't have any economic data today. The big economic days this week are Thursday and Friday with GDP and PCE Friday. PCE Friday, which is really what the Fed uses to influence inflation. I did the music. What? Yeah, Bed Bath and Beyond, man. Again, I'm skeptical. I guess is the best way to put it, of Bed Bath and Beyond. I've been pretty open. Like, again, if you're a trader, like this is something that you really should understand, right? Like I've seen the market so much, dude. Like I have watched the market every day for years and years and years and years. And so I have seen so many Bed Bath and Beyonds come and go. I really have. I've seen them come and go all the time. Like, dude, I see so many traders get wrapped up into this, right? So if you're one of those traders that sees a stock make a big percentage move and you are just hyped up on it, you're like, oh man, this is going to pay my college tuition. This is going to pay my kids' college tuition. Like this is just going to get me rich, and you get pumped up on it. Snap yourself out of that. Like most of the time, these big movements in trading are not going to succeed. Cough, cough. AMC, GameStop. Cough, cough, cough. Bed Bath and Beyond. Cough, cough, cough. You know, like think about it. Look at the history of these things, man. They very rarely succeed. Most of the time, they fail. And again, my argument is like, look, I don't mind putting money in them if there's a reasonable fundamental business argument. But again, Bed Bath and Beyond just ain't got that, man. It's just not. There's no fundamental business argument for Bed Bath and Beyond. There's no argument on why they will succeed long term. At least I can't find one. And again, I'm still putting this question out there. Give me the real argument. Somebody's got a real argument on Bed Bath & Beyond's long-term success. Let me hear it. It's certainly not the business model currently. John, are you a millionaire now? It depends on how much. Like we do make six figures, multiple six figures right now, Brad. In general business income, I guess I should say. Like we write a lot of it off because, you know, so it's not all profit, but in terms of assets, maybe it just depends on how you look at what this brand right now, like what beginner trading is worth, plus other assets that I own. I probably could be considered one, but it depends on how you look at it, to be honest. Yeah, my wife goes there a lot too. I mean, not a lot. A lot is like once every 3 months, but like, and that's the point. Nobody's ever there. It's a ghost town every time I go in there. Hey, what's up, Emmanuel? What's up, man? I don't know. Is he? Where do you see him trending? I don't see him trending. Let me see. It's probably maybe what Conor McGregor said regarding Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia took his first L over the weekend, and I think Conor McGregor said something about him is probably what's trending. He also made some type of prediction, but yeah, I think he's Conor McGregor to Ryan Garcia on Gervonta Davis KO. He said, "You're the future of this game." And again, Garcia lost though. To put it in perspective, Bed Bath & Beyond starting to rip up a little bit here. You hit over 1,000 views now. Yeah, I mean, the channel will get. It depends on what day. Like CPI day, we generally get like 4,000 or 5,000 like simultaneous viewers. We'll get like 25 to 30,000 like hits a stream on big economic days. Earnings days too. So, like this week should be pretty big. We'll probably get like this week alone. This channel will probably hit, I would say, at least 100,000 views this week, give or take. Maybe not. Maybe like anywhere between 50 and 100,000 views this week is probably what beginner trading will get. If it's a good week, which it should be. It's a very busy week this week. Like we got earnings basically every day. So hopefully, you know what I mean? Hey, thank you, Mark. But again, I'm not going to say I'm a millionaire just because I don't want to, like I said, I don't know. It depends on how you consider it. Like based around how much this business brings in, you could consider this business worth close to that. But, there's also the factor of like, I don't know if I could ever get anybody else to run it for me. Like, I don't know how easy it would be to sell it. I'm sure I'd have some interested buyers. And I've had people that have reached out wanting to buy beginner trading. But the number that they gave me was just not enough. Like they gave me a couple 100,000, offer. Um, and again, that's just not enough relative to what it makes. We make that in roughly a year. I'm not going to sell it for what we make in a year. I'd just rather work on it for a year. The liquid cash is not is insignificant. But anyway, SPY started to push up to 412s here. FRC at 1450s. Bro, I'll send you a mug, dude. Discord me your address, bro. I'll send you a mug. Remind me if I forget, but I'll try. Yeah, Bed Bath & Beyond filed for bankruptcy. They are Chapter 11, so reorganizational bankruptcy. Yeah, dude, I got a lot of watches, bro. And the wristbands are always the first thing to break here. I got this one a while back. Carol bought me this one. It's a Movado, I think. Part of me wants to get a Rolex, though. I've been thinking about getting one. But it's still hard. I could afford one, but do I want to buy one is a different story. Especially right now with prices being so crazy. Bed Bath & Beyond starting to rip, though. Look at BBBY here. So there's Bed Bath & Beyond starting to pop back up. It's starting to creep up a little bit. It's at 22 cents. And honestly, after the Hertz, Hertz announced reorganizational bankruptcy. After Hertz filed for reorganizational bankruptcy, I ended up buying up a bunch and made 100% in a couple days. I remember from Hertz. And so there might be an argument for a dip buy on Bed Bath & Beyond here on a technical basis. Just long term, be careful, I guess is the point. How much do those run, man? Probably way too much. Probably out of my price range, bro. Oh. Yeah, there ain't no way I'm buying one of these, bro. Dude, there ain't no way I'm spending 100K on a watch, dude. Between $21,000 and $500,000 for Patek Philippe. Is it Patek Philippe or Patek Philippe? Looks like Philippe, but I don't know. I don't know anything about watches. I like watches, but I'm not like a watch nerd or anything. I just don't know enough about them. So I saw the movie Air. Is it good? Is Air good? So it's Patek Philippe or Patek Philippe. One is Patek Philippe. Two is Patek. I'll figure this out. Hold on.
Patek Philippe.
Patek Philippe. So this is the correct way to pronounce it.
Patek Philippe.
Wait, what? Here's the British.
Patek Philippe.
Okay. Got it. Never again. Will I get it wrong? Never again. 10K on a watch as a millionaire is nothing in my mind. Yeah, but I mean, okay, think about it like this, man. And this is the way people have to really understand. Millionaire doesn't mean anything, okay? I mean, it means something, but all right. So you could be a millionaire, right? Say you got $1 million. Are you really going to go spend 20% of your income, your total net worth on a freaking Ferrari or a Lamborghini? Or, you know what I mean? Are you really going to spend that much money, on a luxury item? Probably not, man. Again, most wealthy people get wealthy because they don't spend ridiculously. And so, are you really going to spend a huge part of your worth, on a watch? You know what I mean? I don't know, man. You're going to spend 1% of your whole net worth. You only got 100 on a watch. Not unless it's an investment. For me, it's just a hard thing to do. Even if you're a millionaire, say you got $1 million, it's going to be a tough thing to spend your money on. Now, if there's a use in like using that money to make more money, sure, but sure, Jay, but regular people might, but like wealthy people are generally a little bit better at spending. Yeah, like people don't understand. Like most of the really wealthy people that I know do not dress like fancy. Like they don't want to be targets. Like if you really got money like that, like you don't want to be targeted, you know? And so it's generally the people that dress the fanciest that have the least money, you know? Most of the really wealthy people I know are in like t-shirts and shorts most of the time and flip-flops, you know? Some of them not, but all right, Bed Bath & Beyond starting to creep back up here. Starting to move back up. Tesla at 163.50s. Air was good. Yeah, it's a very famous saying. And the saying goes, don't try to look rich, be rich. You know? So like don't spend all your money trying to look rich where you could have used that money to make more money and thus become rich. You know? So stop worrying about how you look. Worry about being rich, not looking rich. Bed Bath & Beyond up to 24 cents. Starting to make a big pop back here. Again, it's got a middle range now. It's filled half the gap. Filling the whole gap would be at about 30 cents. So it's still got another 6 cents to go or so, but it's making pretty big moves here. Well, there's a level though, Pos. Like, okay, so I guess the point, once you hit a certain level of kind of FU money, then you buy whatever you want. Doesn't matter. You know, it kind of goes back to the buying a new car argument. You could buy a new car, but if you've got money like that where it just doesn't matter, buy a new car, man. It doesn't matter. Who cares? But don't finance a new car if you're, you know, like financing a new car, locking yourself into 6 years of debt, paying way more than the car would cost naturally to finance a brand new depreciating asset is usually not a good move. Most of the time, it's a bad move. Tesla popping back up, and again, we did add a little bit more to our Tesla trade. I'm gonna give it time, see if it fills the gap a little bit here. You can see the SPY pulling right back to that 200 EMA volume weighted average price level. So we'll see if that holds too. Yeah, I get it. Coin, yeah, I'm sure Coin's dipping out. Again, the problem with Coin is like the SEC heat they're facing is a little risky, you know. Yeah, so Tesla's still popping up a little bit here. Part of me wants to buy this dip. I might buy it. Look, I'll buy like 50 shares of the SPY here if we can. Play it a little bit. I need the TIF. I don't mind it dipping down somewhere too. There we go. Let me change this to where it doesn't overlap the volume. Okay. All right, we'll switch this. We got to buy, ask, sell, bid. There we go. I'll take 100 shares of the SPY. See if we get a quick little pop back up. I like this level here. 100 shares of the SPY. We're not going to hold it forever, though. See if we get a little pop up here quickly, and we'll take profit fast on it, too. Just pulling back to the 200 EMA and the volume weighted average price. We got a little bounce back up relative to where I am here, but I'll take a little half off. We'll let the rest sit. About 75 shares of the SPY. Let's still bump it up some. All right, nice. So we're going to go ahead and take a little bit more off here. I'm going to go ahead and lock in one more. And now we got about 25% of the overall position here. Tesla bumping up really nicely too. I'm going to go ahead and lock in a little bit of that trade as well. Not bad little scalps this morning so far. Let's see if we can keep it up. Yeah, regarding car purchases, I mean, I'm not saying there's not good. I'm not saying you shouldn't buy a new car if you have money like that, but I think the point I'm trying to make is that like you're going to have a very specific set of customers who bought up stuff ahead of the bubble over the last year, right? So you got a very small set of people who are actually profitable with regards to buying new cars over the last couple years, but that is mostly just kind of luck from getting caught in a very favorable position in the bubble of car prices. But that's not going to last, and 95% plus of the time buying a new car is a losing investment. All right, so SPY's still ripping up some. Go ahead and take another off and then let the rest ride. Tesla's still ripping up. And so we will let the rest sit here. Nice little pop back. Amazon ripping back up. Yeah, that's probably the right move. Yeah, Amazon testing highs. That 108.15 level on Amazon looks solid. Tesla still moving up. I'll go ahead and lock in another little piece of the SPY trade. There we go. Tesla finally pulling back some. Lock in a little bit more there too. All right, so now we basically scaled out of most of the trades. Not a worry here in that regard from these few. Yeah, looking at our poll numbers here, we did a bunch of poll numbers. 56% of people think yes, the market is going to end green today. 44% of people say no, the market is not going to end green. Bro, I'm looking at a chart right now, bro. Does anybody actually do a chart like this? I'm not going to say whose chart this is, but it looks absolutely ridiculous on Twitter, bro. Look at this freaking thing, dude. Who actually uses this, man? They can't possibly have an edge using a chart like this, bro. Like, they've got to be just trying to look cool. Here, let's just be real here for a second. Like, this? What the heck is this right here, man? Might as well just go like this. You know what I mean? Like, what is this right here? Absolutely ridiculous. Listen, Boogie says buying a new car is not about monetary investment. It's about investing mind, knowing that your car has never been abused and usually comes with factory warranty. Yeah, but you're paying a huge premium for that. You know, like you're paying a huge premium to know that your car's never been, pushed. Like again, you could find you could buy a car with 20,000, 30,000 miles on it, have pretty safe understanding that it's never been like heavily abused like that, but still pay 40 to 50% less. Again, most of the time, like you could buy a new car, that's great, depreciating asset. Especially if you finance it, it's way worse, dude. You are paying a huge premium to that. Man, my kids struggle with this door, bro. We gotta hear it. No, Jack struggles. Yeah. All right. Love you. Have a good day. Yeah. Oh, you like that? Love you. That was me making fun of somebody's chart. Love you too, buddy. All right, guys. Here, nope. Don't walk around here by the cords, bro. Hey, Jack, dude, those are my cords, man. Come on, dude. Don't walk over there. Okay? I love you. Love you too. Y'all feeling okay? All right. Have a good day at school, guys. Love you. Sheesh, my son's about to go dancing around here by the cords, bro. Just unplug my computer in a second. That's your average 18-year-old with a stock guru, 100%. Yeah, like, what is this, man? It looks so crazy, dude. Who actually is claimed like part of me looked at this and was like, "Hey, is this a joke? Like, is this like like an ironic post? Like they're just kind of trolling people, but it's serious. Like, what the heck is this? Like, nobody in their right mind is getting any edge from this. This has got to be like a joke. I don't know. Yeah. All right, so we already made money on our SPY trade, made money on our Tesla dip buy. We're still sitting in Tesla. We'll just let the rest ride. Bed Bath & Beyond pulling back. Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing, which is a reorganizational bankruptcy. All right, guys. So market's still popping up. SPY's still testing those highs up there. Tesla's still moving up a little bit. Cities were 100K. Breaking. A leak found that Chat GPT is up over 175% trading stocks in the last month. It also revealed their only strategy is inversing Kramer stock picks. Sarcasm, guys. Don't sue me. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I might be wildly wrong about everything. All right, guys. Bed Bath & Beyond bumping back up. SPY just went green on the day. SPY is now green on the day here. Tesla back over that 164.30s level. I guess that's the point. Is like, honestly, I get people that are like, I can't believe all these people think the market's going to end green. Honestly, guys, I'm going to be completely real with you. If you think you know which way the market is going to be green or red, if you think you know which way the market is going to close at 8 or 9 a.m. in the morning, and you are so sure that you know which way the market is going to close red or green, that you make fun of other people who think the market's going to close in the other direction, you don't have anything. You know nothing. You don't know what you're talking about. Nobody knows which way the market's going to go. You might have a certain idea, but you should never make fun of anybody else that thinks the market's going to go the other way. It's ridiculous. You know why? It's because nobody actually knows where the market is going to close. It's all just guessing and speculating. So shaming people for guessing that is just silly. You know why? It's because nobody actually knows. You know, a lot of it is random too. Now, there's extension that plays a factor there, but you don't know what's going to happen today with regards to earnings, with regards to market action. Nobody knows. No, I think the Cybertruck will break records, in my opinion. I think the Cybertruck will break records. SPY green on the day, Tesla green. All right, guys. So Tesla dipping down a little bit. Let's see if the SPY holds the previous closing price up there. You know, the SPY is right now over the previous closing price. We still got about 30 minutes before the market opens. All right, Tesla pull it back. SPY pull it back a little bit. Part of me wants to buy this dip again. I'm gonna go ahead and cut my SPY trade though, and just lock in the profit and not even stress about it. I might, we'll see what we do on the rest of this. But But the overall state of America economy is looking very bad right now. The market is being held up with fake money. Sure, cry, but again, on a short term basis, nobody knows what's going to happen, brother. Like nobody knows. Like the market. Like okay, you could bet long term in that regard. Crying, you could bet long term that you think the market's going to crash. Number one, I've been hearing people say this constantly. And I'll put it, it's not all doom and gloom right now. Like inflation has been getting better. CPI, PPI, PCE have all been essentially going down over the last 3 or 4 months. So inflation's getting better. The market is fearing inflation less. And we are seeing improvements with regards to inflation. Now, we're still pretty far away from the target, but it's not like inflation is as bad as it was last year, I guess is the point. The other point to that is like, regardless of how bad the economy is doing, if the market was that easy to predict, then everybody would be rich, brother. Everybody would be rich. And so the point is, nobody knows if the market's going to go up, down, or sideways today. Nobody does. And so shaming people who think, or for just kind of guessing, like exactly what's going to happen, shows that you don't know much about the market. I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm talking about anybody that shames other people for guessing a specific direction or not. Again, it really truly shows that they know very little about the market, because I've seen people, I'll put it this way. Over the last 4 months, I've had so many people come here and be like, oh, bears, idiots, like these dumb guys doing this, or I can't believe they're buying Tesla down there, or I can't believe they're buying Snapchat at 7s and 8s. What a joke. Snapchat's a terrible company. And every single time they've been wrong. Every single time the people acting like that have been wrong. The market has done the exact opposite of what they thought. And then it's just kind of crickets and silence. And so you might have the best data ever. Market's not sensical sometimes. Sometimes the market's just going to do the exact opposite of what people expect. And especially with regards to like earnings. Earnings, company can have great EPS, great sales, great guidance, and drop 20%. Company can have terrible guidance, terrible sales, horrible, EPS, and still rip up 10%. And so it doesn't really matter. It's all based around like psychology of the market, and nobody knows for sure what's going to happen. KO earnings are already out. Hey, good luck to you as well, crying. All good, brother. All good, man. Yeah, my fortune teller's right 50% of the time, every time. All right, so SPY right there. We're gonna get ready to trade some futures right now. I want to put this up to where we'll put this up. We'll keep this here. Here's FRC. FRC still gapping up some. All right, guys. So we're going to get ready to trade futures today. Futures. Disney trying for 100. Oracle told me it was going to be choppy again. Why Tesla's down? I don't know. I mean, Tesla's pretty sideways. I mean, it had a green day Friday, closed up. Now it's gapping down a little bit, but still above the lows from Friday. So it's kind of neutral, I would say, right now. I mean, it's down some over the last couple of weeks for sure. But we're green on a long trade right now. So we'll see if we keep it up. Part of me wants to buy up a little bit too in futures here. Here's the regular E-mini. We have been making money on. All right, guys. So let me get the music playing here again. Goldfish. I'll check it out, Sam. I appreciate it, man. Got a little dip here. Tesla popping back up right around 164s. Let's see if that level holds here. We did get out of our SPY trade, so we are flat now. We're going to pivot to trading futures at this point in time. All right, starting to creep back up. We still got about 25 minutes before the market opens here. We get a little pullback here, maybe down to like here, we might buy it up. But for now, we're a little bit too extended on the upside for me to buy up stuff. I've been trying to use YouTube's creator music. Does anybody actually have any does anybody actually have any, like, is there any good free music out there right now, I guess? Lithium situation. All right, Tesla's still creeping back up now. That's nice. Yeah, and you can kind of see we got Bed Bath & Beyond over there. There's the E-mini here. U-Car trying again. Yeah, I had some people talk about this one earlier. Yeah, U-Car just weird, man. Again, there's just too much risk for me there in touching that and messing with that, man. Just too much risk. All right, FRC pumping up to 1450s right now, 1450s. All right, guys. Tesla's still creeping up. FRC did rip up, but again, we will cover FRC earnings today. Should be interesting. No, never heard of it, Corey. Hey, thank you, Yen. I get about 20 minutes, guys. 20 minutes. Bed Bath & Beyond, Credit Suisse, man. A lot of stuff dropped earnings today. Tesla still rip it up. UCAR is just not really something that I want to mess with. Credit Suisse making moves up. All right, market's right back up to the highs of the. So I'm looking at where like extended hours started. Sorry, guys, I got two phones. Where's Kevin Gates at? I got two phones. Whatever the rest of the song goes. Shout out to Kevin Gates. Market's starting to push up a little bit here. Again, tested the top of the opening range here. Where do you think Amazon goes, John? And what time frame, bro? I mean, short term is probably a little bit extended on the upside, but it's Amazon as well, though. It's just a powerhouse company. PE is a little bit high in terms of Amazon, but still kind of, big movement there. All right, Tesla's still ramping up, and we are holding Tesla right now. We'll take it. Again, we got out of our SPY trade. Green. Tesla rip it up almost to 165s right now. I'm about to fill the entire gap for Tesla. Almost back up to 165s. Look at that right here on the right side here. You should be able to see it. Yeah. Testing the top. Look at Tesla rip here. So Tesla's still moving up at 164.50s. All right, guys. E-mini pulling back a little bit here. Part of me wants to buy the dip short term just to catch a little pop. I'm going to buy this pullback short term. One contract at the regular E-mini here. See if we get a quick little bounce back up and just like quick short term momentum. Slightly green. We can make 25, 30 bucks from this. I'll be happy with it. Just a little quick pop back. Start building up a cushion on the day. The only problem is Tesla's pulling back down some. So in terms of like momentum, that might not help. All right, it's starting to creep up again. We're waiting, trying to be patient here. See if we can lock in some more. Oh, sorry, I'm bumping my mic. Yeah, I got a couple different phones, man. I always made fun of the Kevin Gates song until it became me, and now I got two phones. All right, consolidating here. I want to see it, give it a chance to bounce. If Tesla bounces back up, it should help me. If we're also looking at like Apple and stuff like that too. All right, we're green, or we're basically flat right now. Again, I think a big part of this is whether Tesla bounces up right here on this pullback. Tesla right around previous lows. Microsoft is also down pretty heavily here too in the morning pre-market session. What do you mean by that, Gabby? It was about string theory 101. Are you saying that this channel is wrong? Tesla made dead cat. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We're green. There's $25. I want to give it a little bit more time to go a little bit higher here. And I'll get out flat or break even if I need to. 11 minutes, guys. 11 minutes. Again, I think Tesla volatility is influencing the market some too. Okay. Yeah, I always got to make sure. All good then. All right, so we start to break under this level. We will cut this trade and just wait until the opening bell and get a little bit more action heading into it after the open. Day trading is day trading. Yeah, for sure. I mean, trading is trading. You know, like the whole thing I'm trying to tell people is like most of the people you see on YouTube and Twitter and everything are not making as much as they claim to be making. A lot of them are just trying to sell you courses and stuff like that. And some of them are good. Like there's some good courses here. I'm going to go ahead and cut this and just get out and just wait for the opening bell. There's some good courses. Like people act like I'm just completely anti-course. Like there's some good ones, right? But the problem is like the good ones are the bad ones make the good ones look bad. Because you got a bunch of little 16-year-olds with braces trying to act like market experts, acting like they're just the greatest ever. And so what I try to do is just be easy and free. Like I don't claim to be an expert. I don't act like a guru. I don't charge for content. Anytime somebody asks me, "Hey, what is the market going to do?" I always say I don't know. But I mean, I am green on the year on TOS, like swing trading and day trading. Like I am green on the year. FRC pulling back to 200 EMA. And I wouldn't be able to lie about that if I wasn't, to be honest. You know, in 2023, I'm green on Thinkorswim. You know, but again, we make no claims, guarantees, anything. I'd rather just be laid back and simple about it. But some people, that's not their, you know, some people, they just don't, some people would prefer whatever, and that's okay. All right, market's pretty flat, though. FRC pull it back. I think the 200 EMA bounce level is interesting. Yeah, long-term generally. Not everything. So everything's not going to go up long-term. Some stuff are going to go down long-term. But if it's a blue-chip, healthy company, you know, you got pretty good odds that it's going to go up long-term. The S&P 500, pretty good. The S&P 500 is almost certainly going to go up long-term. Short-term is where the question mark is. And again, nobody really knows what's going to happen on that front. Yeah, it looks like cutting that move was the right move. Got out in time to avoid this big drop. Yeah, 8 minutes. Yeah, maybe the market continues. I don't know, honestly. Microsoft, yeah, Microsoft's down a lot. These are kind of the dips I sometimes don't mind buying there. Yeah, Microsoft's testing yesterday's lows right around 283s. What Einstein says is that time stops when you go light speed, so everything is instant when it goes light speed, and traveling in time and light is not. So we are at a past. Y'all are getting too theoretical for me here. I know the Superman movie, had something to do with him spinning around the earth, going back in time to save the world, but like that's the extent of my knowledge on time travel and speed of light. Coming soon, John's time travel YouTube channel. All right, guys. So sitting back, waiting. Tesla 164 is here, guys. We got about 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Yeah, I mean, we're hitting the lows from yesterday on Microsoft. Maybe that could be a bounce level, but we actually just cracked underneath it. We're at 280, 280s right now. So I was looking at 283s. Tesla bouncing back up. It's at 164.40s. But yeah. All right, Tesla ripping back up to 164.30s. Again, Microsoft's still breaking down. Maybe if it dips enough. Microsoft's still just up so much, though, relative to where, it was 3-4 months ago, 5 months ago, as the AI boom kind of happened. All right, so Houston up, Tesla up there. John, I'm hedged about 3 to 2 puts to shares. I missed my exit on the PM pop on the longs. Need time to exit. I'm seriously contemplating Amazon puts. I'm not saying I don't hate the idea. I mean, Amazon is basically one of the largest companies in the world right now, of course, but I do understand the extension there. Amazon has flown up, but okay, it's not like a crazy big move up. You look at a yearly chart and it's up, but it's still down on the year, pretty heavily. Like, to put it into perspective, at the beginning of the year, excluding any splits or anything like that, Amazon was at 145. It's currently at about 107 now. And so in terms of just extension relative to where it was at the beginning of the year, I don't know. Short term, of course, you could say, hey, it's extended on the upside. But I guess my point is that it's not a sure thing, is the point there. So it's definitely not a sure thing. And then again, we'll see what happens. But just be careful. Is Bed Bath & Beyond a good short-term investment right now? I have no idea. I think there's risk for sure. Bed Bath & Beyond has no fundamental business argument for long-term success. That's the biggest problem with me, because like generally if I buy up stuff short-term, I want it to be good enough as a company that I can hold long term if I really need to. And I don't know if Bed Bath & Beyond is necessarily that. It might be. I don't know. Maybe it flies up. Amazon to 90s. Yeah, I mean, if you take into account like PE ratio, sure. But if you take into account extension relative to where it was, when Amazon also drops earnings this week too. So like their PE may, if Amazon does good, which I think they're going to, my guess is Amazon. So yeah, Amazon drops earnings on Thursday. So Amazon drops earnings on Thursday, and I think they'll do well. I think Amazon as a company understands that one of the big things keeping people back from investing in their company is the fact that their PE ratio is not ideal. It's a very high PE ratio. It's and again, so their last 4 quarters have not been great, and I think they understand that to a point where they're going to do everything they can to have good margins this quarter, in my opinion. Maybe not. Maybe they just fall down some. But I think a put is risky, especially if you're selling it anywhere over 3 days from now after earnings. And so just be careful, bro. Again, I don't know. I have no idea what Amazon's going to do. Just be careful, man. All right, there's the opening bell, guys. Market's starting to push up. Tesla consolidating here. Tesla pulling back now. FRC dropping down to that previous closing price right at the opening bell. Market's flying up here. Tesla ripping up. You love to see it. My guess is maybe what is moving the market up? Not Microsoft. Apple. Apple's testing highs up there. Look at this huge green candle at the opening bell. Wow. Huge green candles at the opening bell. We ended up getting flat on Tesla, so we took profit there. FRC still running up. Look at FRC up to 1450s. Man, look at FRC rip. Tesla breaking lows. Looks like cutting it was the right move so far short term. A large pullback. Tesla dipping down under lows. FRC still holding now. Apple reversing pretty strong here. We haven't taken any trades yet since this. I'm going to patiently wait. What you doing in the top right? I just felt like hanging out up here for today. Nah, man. I'm trying to not block some other stuff so we can actually see everything. All right, FRC at 1470s, guys, ripping up big here. The rest of the market's not really loving life, though. Tesla pulled back. Again, Apple dipping down under those lows here, kind of looking weak. Still in this middle range right now, though. So still in this kind of sideways middle range. Look at FRC fly here, though, guys. Wow. Sideways range so far. Not doing much yet. Waiting for a break out of this range. Microsoft basically bounced all the way back up. FRC broke all the way past the range on the day here, up to 1480s right now. I got one contract here. I just made about 50 bucks just now scalping that. Green on the day now, up about 25 bucks. A little bit of a cushion. Might add back to this here too. Went ahead and bought a little bit more here. One contract of the regular. See if we can pop right back up. FRC still trailing the top of that range. We're gonna get a surge back up. Trying. I just sold it again. Made another 50 bucks. Up about 75 on the day now. 75 bucks. We'll see if we get. I think it might actually continue going up more, but I think I'm just gonna chill and wait for a second. Microsoft with that big. I should have bought the dip. Thought about it, but Tesla's starting to rebound a little bit here too. You kind of see it over here. Thinking about buying a little bit more, but too much of a contraction potential because of everything being up so much over the last 5 minutes or so. Yeah, there's the pullback here. Yeah, there's the pullback. Again, I think we just moved up so much over the last couple of minutes that, like, even if we continue up, a pullback is probably short-term likely, but who knows? FRC hasn't had any red candles yet on the day. Starting to get a rebound back up. It's starting to pop. Look at everything reversing back here. We're going to buy a little bit here, small. Scalp the top of there. So we're up about 100 on the day, a little bit less. Microsoft with the red to green move. Tesla with the red to green move. FRC with the big green move at the opening bell. All right, we bought another contract here. We're going to see if we get a follow through back up, gap up real quick. Slight green on the trade, but depends on if this rebounds back up. I don't know if I like myself necessarily in this position here. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and cut it right there. I just don't know if I like it. I'm too worried about a rejection here. It's almost too easy of a pattern. We ended up making money there, so now we are up about 100 and something on the day now. I just don't trust this enough because I think too many times this rejects and it tricks people into buying it here, and then it pulls back a little bit more, and then it might continue to bounce up. So we ended up cutting it in the green, luckily, but it was close. No losing trades yet so far. Here's the P&L right now if you want to see it. We had a losing trade actually first thing this morning, but since the opening bell, no losing trades yet. So there's the graph right now, a little bit of a cushion. Yeah, so they're back up. FRC ripping up over highs again. Microsoft still pumping up. So this isn't TOS. This is Quant Tower for futures. And again, if you want to trade futures, check out Top Step. If you want to day trade, most pro traders are day trading futures because there's no PDT restrictions, and you can essentially day trade index funds like the SPY or the S&P. This is what you see me doing here. Top Step's a funded account program. They give you a demo. If you can hit the target on the demo while following their rules, they fund you between 50 grand up to 150K, most legit one in the world. They pay out millions, fund thousands of traders a year. I'm certainly biased in their favor because they pay me money. They're a sponsor of mine, but again, genuinely useful for traders trying to get around the PDT rule. I think most traders are going to lose, but it's just a lot cheaper to lose a funded account program challenge than it is to put up, 10K yourself and risk thousands, try to do it yourself. And so it's a great way to get your feet wet without taking on risk. If you want to check it out, link is in the description. Or link is in the chat right there. Still another pop right back up. Eventually this pattern is going to stop though. All right, still pushing up, testing highs again. Hey, what's up, Ryan? I'm a real estate agent too here in Texas, man. All right, again, too extended right now, but pretty good trades, opening trades. Look at Tesla top, test the highs. Microsoft ripping up. Yeah, FRC flying up here, man. And again, we're going to cover the earnings later on today there, which is crazy market right now. All right, got a little dip. Look at FRC testing 1520s right now. I guess the question is, does it hold up here for their earnings report today? All right, look at FRC, guys, pumping up. Nice little trend on the upside today. I think FRC could hold. Yeah, I mean, it was down so much leading into this. The earnings report will be what the big tell here today for sure. The earning report is going to be what's the most interesting thing. Still pumping up. Still moving up. Still ripping up big here, guys. Ripping up big. Tesla dipping down a little bit now. Microsoft still pumping up a little bit. FRC over 15. So let's see if it actually holds that spot. All right, Tesla. Yeah, if you guys saw me, I said it a couple times. I cut my Tesla trade already. Looks like it was the right move too. I don't know where I got out, but I cut it. So I've been out of that thing for at least the last like 5-10 minutes, I would say. I can't remember when I said that, but you guys probably know a little bit better than I do. I just can't remember exactly where I got out, but I cut it. Made money on it green, so that's nice. Google. Yeah, Google popping back up to 107s. Making moves back up here. All right, so now we're finally pulling back. You can see Tesla starting to bounce. All right, so again, kind of consolidation here. We're up a little bit too much for me to really want to do anything right now. Google pulling back, Tesla pulling back, FRC still kind of ripping up big, but again, we're a little too extended on the upside for my taste here, and I don't know what we're gonna do in that regard right now. So far, we're green on the day, up about $100. Got a little cushion we might be able to swing with, but again, I'm not gonna force it. We're just gonna try to let the trades come to me, see if we can get it or not. Tesla bouncing right at that previous level here. What's interesting, guys, is that we drew this level. You can see where Tesla bounced right here. We drew this level like a couple days ago, this 164.25 level. We drew this a few days ago, and Tesla just bounced literally directly off of it, man. I don't know when we drew that level. It was a while back. It wasn't today for sure. But Tesla just bounced directly off of that level. If you guys saw this level's been up since early in the morning. You can go back and look at the very beginning of the stream and see 164.25 level documented, and you can see exactly where Tesla just bounced. And so again, an important thing to understand is that support and resistance levels, they can hold for long periods of time. They can be relevant for long periods of time, I guess is the point. I'm going to go ahead and buy this dip. We break under that low, we're just going to cut it. We're just going to see if we can follow through up here, though. I see Tesla bouncing back a little bit. And we're going to cut it. We're not going to get stuck in that. It might bounce right back, but again, just too much risk for me there. Still green on the day, though. When was the last time I had a red day? Let me see. Oh, my bad, guys. What happened to my screen? Oh, there you go. I don't know what happened there. What was the last time I had a green day? Let me check. Or a red day. Last red day was on the 18th. Green, green, green since then. Looks like we got faked out a little bit here. I'm going to wait. Yeah, definitely got faked out. The dip buy would have worked too, honestly. Pivot to maybe the micro E-mini here. We get a little pullback and then play with that once we get it. There's a pullback here. We'll take 4 contracts right now. Oh, wait, is this? Okay, no, that's the right one. Okay, good. All right, so nice little bounce back. Trying to test the top of this range. Up a little bit already. 15. I'm gonna go ahead and take half off there. Hold the other two. Take a little bit more off there. I guess we'll cut it. Looks like we got out right in time. Google rebounding all the way back up. See if we can start testing the top of this range now. Very choppy market here, man. Look at the market. I mean, Tesla is consolidating. Google's testing the top of the range here. What a choppy market right now. Tesla's starting to creep down. FRC starting to creep back up over 15s. It's right at that $15 level. Google's starting to move up to test high. Tesla's breaking down here. Sitting back here, guys, just kind of waiting for some momentum here. The market's so choppy. It's been in this sideways range for like the last 20 minutes or so. Google's testing the top of the highs up there, so that's good to see. All right, we're back up to the top of the range here. We'll see if we actually break here this time. Yeah, Tesla's kind of what's weak, dragging the market down now. Not weak, I would say, but kind of middle range at this point in time. FRC still holding right around $15 though. So like FRC is still up there at 15 bucks. Yeah, market's choppy. Yeah, I saw somebody make a post that was like criticizing people who said the market was choppy. And I'm sitting there thinking the whole time, like, bro, sometimes the market's just not good, man. You know, forcing trades in a bad market is just not really going to be a profitable endeavor for most people. Um, you know, like I don't think you should ever criticize a trader for not trading. Sometimes not trading is the right move, but I think you got a bunch of like gambling traders at heart that are just like if they weren't trying to sell a course in the stock market, they'd be putting it all on red and roulette at the casino. You know, and so sometimes the market's just not favorable. And right now, the market certainly looks that way so far over the last, let's see, last 20 minutes or so. Now, again, it doesn't mean much. I mean, we can break out of this range in a heartbeat, but for now, we're just kind of sitting tight. Tiny, what are you in? Yeah, now we're ripping right back up. But again, it's chopping out. It's up and down, up and down. So this range, I mean, we could always wait for this range to break. But like, that's always a question mark, regardless of anything anyway. So, you know, we'll see what happens. I trade the E-mini. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really like range buying strategies. I don't mind shorting the top of the range, but that's just me. I mean, I'm not saying there's not good range strategies. I broke the bottom of that range. Yeah, all good, Tiny. All right, guys, I'm probably gonna go to we're going to do one more plug real quick. And if you haven't already, check out Chart Prime. Chart Prime is a really, really useful trading view indicator service. Aside from that, check out Top Step first. Top Step, if you want to day trade stocks and get exposure to day trading stocks, a futures account is probably the right move because the futures market, you can essentially day trade index funds like the S&P 500. In the futures, they're called the E-mini or the micro E-mini. You can also trade the NASDAQ. You can trade currency pairs. You can trade commodities, gold, silver. No PDT restrictions in futures. And so most pro traders trade futures because the liquidity is there and you can essentially get exposure to day trading without red tape and restrictions like you get in stocks. If you want to get your feet wet, the cheapest way to do it is through funded account programs like Top Step. And Top Step is the gold standard. It's the most legit. In my opinion, they pay out millions every year. They fund thousands and thousands of dollars. They pay out millions in actual withdrawals, and they've been around for over 10 years. What they do is they give you a demo and they test your skill. And most people are going to lose this test because most day traders lose, but just taking the test makes you a better trader. And so again, taking the test, if you can pass it, they fund you between 50 to 150,000. Very cheap as well. You get a 90% split once you're funded, and the base one's less than 40 bucks a month. And so very cheap. If you want to check them out, here is the link. Great way to help support the channel. I'm certainly biased in their favor, but again, genuinely useful in terms of helping support the channel. And so again, another one of my sponsors is called Chart Prime. Again, super useful, and you can use it in stocks, crypto, forex, futures. I like using it in on the SPY or the E-mini, which is basically the SPY. So again, Chart Prime, very, very useful. You can use promo code BTRADE and get 40% off of this. And again, just look how useful and powerful this is, right? So every candlestick, they give you reversal signals. Their little VWAP type trend indicator is better than the actual VWAP on multiple time frames, in my opinion. But again, here, these give you reversal signals. And so look at the accuracy. I can't fake this. Reversal down, drop over the entire day, literally called the top. Reversal down, literally called the top again, drops over hours. And so this is on an hourly time frame. If you like longer term swing trades or longer term day trades, $35 a month for this indicator service. But again, if I put it on a 1 minute basis, you can kind of see how powerful it is in terms of day trading as well. So in terms of day trading here, it can be incredibly useful, incredibly useful. Look, literally called the bottom here, reversal up, bounce, reversal down, drop. You can keep going back and looking at how much they were right. So like, look at this this is from Friday. Like, look at this. They literally call the top in this. And in my opinion, the real edge is when you get multiple showing up together at once. So you get the bearish engulfing and the reversal down signal. You get drops over like an hour period of time. Reversal up, you get a bounce. Reversal down, you get a drop. Look at this one, literally called the top again with the bearish engulfing candle. When two show up together at once, I love using this because look at the drop you get. Bullish engulfing candle right here, bounce. And so again, you can keep looking at this to see the accuracy rate. And I can't fake what I'm showing you here as well. Look, literally called the very top. It's not going to work every time, but I think when you use it with your normal strategies or just in terms of identifying momentum, it can be really, really powerful. And again, we can scroll back even more. Like, look at this. Again, I can't fake this. Reversal up, bounce. Reversal down. This one might have been wrong, but this one was right. Reversal up, bounce. This one might have been wrong. Reversal down, drop. Reversal up, bounce. Reversal up, bounce. Reversal down and bearish engulfing, drop. This one called the very bottom of this. Look at this. Pop. And again, reversal down signal here. You get drops. And so again, very powerful. Very powerful. It's $35 a month. So I think the edge that it gives you relative to the price is so cheap that, you know, it can be very, very useful. And just in terms of identifying momentum, just can be powerful. And again, it's called Chart Prime, Trading View Indicator Service. You can use it in stocks, crypto, Forex, futures. We will be back a little bit later on. FRC does their earnings report today. We will be covering that. If you want to check it out, there's the link. Good luck. Y'all be safe. Thanks, Tiny. Have a good day, guys. We'll be back later on today. I'll see you guys there. Good luck. Love you all. Peace.